hard, man, to say it to somebody because you really never know. Sometimes people's talent doesn't blossom until after a period of time. And then I'm gonna be accountable to God. Like, how you tell my servant, I was using them, And so.
What's going on? You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. We got Ty Brasel in the building. How you doing?
Yo, what's going on,
Flavor
brothers?
Fest 2015. The Talented.
Thank you, man.
How you doing? Okay, so there's some confusion. All right, so this is not Ryan Righteous.
Okay, I'm not. I just wondering. Never seen the brother on the show. I didn't know if y'all have picked somebody else.
Pictures can be deceiving.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but Ryan actually, man, the story of Ryan, man, we might actually have to. We're shooting a little documentary as well. So Ryan, man, so since you family now,
let me know what's going on, man. I want the exclusive. You never know. I might go to the website and drop the news.
So Ryan's been working hard, man. He's doing this full time now. Trackstarz pushing it. He's done a great job. He's got us up to 54 stations syndicated.
Yeah.
This Thursday morning, we were on our way down. He was on his way to the airport and found out his uncle had a heart attack.
Oh.
And then 10 minutes later, he called me back and said his uncle died.
Wow.
So he went. He was, dealing with his family. We were like, man, just stay in Atlanta, deal with your family, make sure they all right. All right. So then yesterday, we're coming to set up to do media the first day, and he's here. Like, dude, what's going on, man? So he surprised us. He was like, man, everything's good. So I want to make this happen. But then just like 2 hours ago, he's really allergic to seafood. So he had an issue with seafood. We were in a terrible restaurant. It
wasn't that bad.
It was a terrible restaurant.
It wasn't that bad.
And he
cost a week.
Yeah, man.
It's not a good week, man.
He's having a bad week. So Sincere sitting in for him. He's doing a great job, man.
Yeah.
So
thank God for the grace of the Lord, man.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna keep you pushing, man. That sound like you just having a very bad week.
Yeah,
bro.
man. So pray for Ryan,
Sorry
man.
for your loss.
Yeah, man. So, but it's good to have you here, man. Like, we've been hearing about you for a long time, man.
Thanks, bro.
The talent is obvious.
Yeah.
So how long you been doing it?
As far as music,
yes.
So I've been doing music, and I tell this story a lot, but I basically started when I was in like 11th grade. So me and my friends. Now remember, this is BC, like before I was saved. Okay. So just so you know, just set the context. And what we would do is we would smoke, we would get high, and we'd go in his little closet inside his garage. And we would turn on trap beats like 808 Mafia, and we would go in a circle, just freestyling 1 2 3 4 1 2, just go back around for hours at a time, man. And so that's where I really realized that was my gift, because I always loved rap music and all other genres growing up. And so that's when I found my gift. But then when I went to school at Ole Miss, I started with a guy. We started a group called the Comfortable Kids, and man, that's where I really started learning the ins and outs of recording, of marketing, the industry, all that type of stuff. And then I got saved. Then Jesus came along, I ended up on Damascus, man. And so once I got saved, man, I just turned, God showed me. I had no clue about the Christian hip hop culture. Yeah. So he showed me that, this was an open door to start using my gifts for him. Yeah. And it's been incredible, man. Like, I truly am humbled, and I love what's going on in the CHH community, man. Yeah. And how it's just blowing up, and I got in at the right time, at the perfect time. So,
but your style is so interesting. Like, who are your influences? Like, where's that come from?
That's a great question. I've never been asked that before. I've done a lot of interviews, but I've been waiting on that question. So basically, I'll give you my influences growing up, because they really shaped my musical. You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You like taking notes, man.
I'm gonna give you my top 5 rappers as I came up. So number 1, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Like Kendrick. Then you got J. Cole.
Yeah.
Drake.
Okay.
Chance the Rapper.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then you got who was the 5th one? There's like a whole bunch in that little 5th.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just to add on to now, that fifth one would be John Gibbs. You see what I'm saying? So once I got in the CHH community and found him, like,
it's like, oh,
dude, yeah, he changed. You know, God used that brother to change my life, man. I scrapped my whole mixtape, started over. I wanted to make music that I enjoy, because I was trying to make music just for the consumer, and I didn't enjoy it, so I started over.
Have you had a chance to tell him that?
Told him yesterday, man.
That's
I just met him at Flavor Fest. So here we are, Flavor Fest. Yeah, this is my first time here.
Yeah.
You know, I got a chance to meet a lot of people, and a lot of people who knew me just off the strength of the mixtape, and I was just so humble, man, because I'm like, all these people that I've never seen before, and they're coming up to me and saying, you know, I heard the mixtape, it's in rotation, this and that, I love your music, and I'm just like, whoa, like, this is crazy. You know, it's like, it's a blessing, man. Like, it's incredible. But that was a highlight, man, getting to meet him. He's like, you know, he's a hero for me, like, you know, musically and just my life as a whole. So that was incredible, man. And you know, he was on the mixtape. You know, he was on the single Lost in the Wild. Yeah. And he told me, you know, that he loved the song and stuff. So that was encouraging as well. So
man, you fit right in here, man.
Thanks, man.
You got the personality, man.
You gotta realize I've watched y'all's show many times. And I've tweeted you before, and I've tweeted you guys. So I'm sure you know of me, but yeah, man, I love how y'all just are loose. You know what I'm saying? You're not so serious. You know
we say we swig a couple young ups.
Yeah, because it's fun, man. It's fun, man. I just like to have fun. I don't like to be so serious all the time, man. You know, like, I got a lot of joy, and I can't just keep it, you know, hidden inside.
Well, part of it is because I think we've seen so many people like get really confused by the stuffy Christian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where it's like, can I be real or no? Yeah. We can't be real. Okay, you know what I mean? So we want to make sure. Look, this is we're not pretending to be this way. Like, this is how it is. This is what Christians talk about when you're not looking. Like, you know, this is what it is. We're not all buttoned up and stuff. So
I respect that.
I think you will fit right in with that. So when you are in Atlanta, you need to come by and guest host with us, sir.
Look, man, my boy Young Noah, that's like my brother, man. He's out in Atlanta, and so we've been talking about doing something out there. So, man, I don't know where y'all at, but I'll hit you up. I'd love to come through the studio, man.
Young Noah's been through a couple times, so he'll know how to find us.
That's the homie, man. I love that dude. He's taught me a lot about the industry and the ins and outs, and just so he's been a blessing to my life. Yeah. So.
Wow.
So what's next for you, man?
I'm thinking about doing a country album.
Are you serious?
He laughed.
I was waiting on the joke.
No, you laughed. That was like, yo, bars is this.
I'm like, there's no way.
Kendrick Lamar,
Drake, I'm just like,
I'm like,
country. But look, the fifth person. No, I was joking. He laughed too. I made it awkward.
He laughed too fast though.
You're like, dang, he's trying to shoot down my dreams like that, man. No, I'm working on an EP, man. It's gonna be about 5 songs, and so I'm super excited about that because I'm trying some different things. I've been singing a lot more.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot more styles and combining a lot of different like influences into the song. So I'm super excited because you gotta remember the tape I put out in January, the Cloud9 Raps, that was like the first tape I ever put out, period. You know, even when I was secular rapping, I never ended up putting out an album. I just had out singles. Wow. So a lot of people don't realize, like, I'm still finding myself as an artist. I'm still finding who I am, you know, as an artist. So I'm really excited about this new project because I'm going to get to show a completely different side of me, and they're going to get to see the growth, the progression. And so,
is there reason to drop the EP as opposed to like a full-length album?
Yeah, and you know, one of the main reasons because it works. Like, if you look at the history and the pattern, especially in Christian hip hop, of artists, you know, some of the bigger artists, if you look at like an Andy Mineo, an NF, a Marty, these guys, one reason you can charge less for it, you know what I'm saying? And another reason is it brings a build up, a hype for an album. So if you drop 3, 4, 5 songs, you know, people are going to want more. It'll draw them back to buy a full album. But if you just put out just a big like list of songs and nobody like people don't really just know who you are, it'll give them a chance as an EP with a couple songs, just like putting out a single. Like, you know, it's getting your name out there, it's building your brand, because I'm not gonna buy an album for somebody who I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so an EP, I feel like it gives a chance for people to really experience who you are and then hit them with the album.
That's good. That's good wisdom, man.
I mean, I think what you said, man, I think more people need to do that. Like, I think our genre sometimes love to follow what they're doing.
Exactly.
And I'm not even talking about us. I'm talking
That's
about
real.
mainstream. What mainstream doing? And I really believe that sometimes, like, if you follow your heart and you create what you create and you love it, somebody out there is going to love it, and then they're going to spread that thing.
Exactly.
So one person could go to 10, 20, 30, 100 and everything like that. So when you said that, I'm glad that you are like, yo, these people are influencing me, but I don't have to follow what they're doing. Let me do what.
Man, no, that's real. And what's so real about what you said? Like, for instance, when Drake dropped this big surprise album, and Beyonce just dropped this surprise album like that, you got Christian rappers with 200 followers on Twitter who drop a surprise album, and they're surprised when they sold like 18 units. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's surprised.
I thought that was the new trend. Like, nah, you got to be smart with how you maneuver in the industry. You got to know your lane and your worth, not as a human being, but as an artist. You got to know your worth and what you can accomplish with where you are in the space that you're in. Sometimes you got to take time to build your space. Sometimes you just got to release a free mixtape, and then you might have to release another one. You may have to spend time before you release an album that people will pay for, because you got to build your brand. People, free music is the best way to build a fan base. So that's the biggest thing, is we gotta start being more smart with the way we do business, because even though it's a ministry, it's still a business. We have to make strategic moves, and so we just gotta learn.
And we
more.
appreciate artists like you who aren't afraid to share that knowledge, because if people just keep it to themselves, we'll never grow as a genre. You know what
Most definitely, man. It's all about just learning from experience, man. Because a lot of people who have made these mistakes, it's not like it's too late. It's not like, okay, well, they get discouraged and feel like, oh, well, I should just go be a youth pastor now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. I mean, look, no shade.
Say some names.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm saying just some people. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who shouldn't be rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get.
I'm about to say like.
I don't want to get too. I don't want to go too far. But like, there's a lot of cats that are supposed to be doing stuff behind the scenes. We need more cats behind the scenes doing promotion, doing production. But everybody want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody was called to be a rapper. And so what I like to see is people following God, because sometimes He don't send you where you want to go. He sends you where you're supposed to go, and then you'll begin to enjoy it, because you'll realize that's what God specifically created you for. But anyways, back to my point. Like, some people, like, they make the wrong moves and then they get discouraged. But no, you just gotta start fresh. Like, sometimes, okay, let me start fresh and put out a free mixtape. Let me rebrand myself. And so,
have you had those difficult conversations with somebody where you're like, hey brother, I don't believe you were called for that?
I've said it in group conversations. Okay. It's kind of hard. It's hard, man, to say it to somebody, because you really never know. Sometimes people's talent doesn't blossom until after
you
a period of time. And then I'm gonna be accountable to God. Like, how you tell my servant, I was using them. And so you feel what I'm saying? And so the biggest thing is, like, I'll say it in a group session, so people start thinking about these things. Like, okay, well, maybe should I be a rapper? Should I be a missionary? Like, what did God really call me to do? It's just real though, man. It's real, man, and so. Anyway,
that's good, man.
It's real, man.
All right, so tell them how to find you, man.
Y'all ain't gonna let me rap before I get off.
You want to do it?
I'm just saying, like, so a lot of people
don't usually volunteer.
No, I would love to, man. Like,
Acapulco?
Yeah, I can do it acapulco. I like that too. I've never heard of that, but I like it. I don't know acapello, but I like it. That sounds like some Acapulco.
Go ahead, man. Kill it, man.
Yeah, okay, so I'll drop a new verse. I'm just gonna drop a verse. It's newer, so I hope I remember it. But I'm giving y'all the exclusive on it. So it's like, this all started as a dream. It's crazy to see dreams turn into realities. I thank you, God. Yeah, I thank you, God. Truth be told, I'm loving the ambiance. It's a blessing. Had to stress it. Can't forget the reason I'm in this position. This is grace manifested with clarity. It's honestly humbling knowing just where I'm coming from. Peep my history. I am undeserving. I am so imperfect. I am so impatient. I am so immersed with myself. Look, but God chose me in spite of myself and made me rich in faith. Now that's real prosperity. Soulful melodies be that therapy. Whoa. Let the music just soothe you. Relax your mind, don't let your problems consume you. Do not let the pressure get you. Keep on pressing, it's a blessing in the storm. There's no the sun coming even if the rain pouring. Look, I don't understand the mercies of the Lord. I'm trying to comprehend, but I never can seem to do it. Overwhelmed by His grace and constantly receiving more. Falling down on my face and I'm humbly coming forth like I am just a fallen man, Lord. Have your way in me. That's all I got to say. Man, that's dope.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it, brother. Man, I thought I was going to forget it, man. I thought I was going to forget it. It's newer. It's just, I'm trying to be more melodic, man. You know.
I like the rhythm you got on that, man.
That's kind of
interesting.
The newer style, man. Like you know, boom bap's kind of going out of style, really. In the whole New York, I love to just spit lyrics and stuff, but more in finding yourself. Sometimes you gotta make the moves that right. You can't always do what you want to do. Sometimes you gotta die to your flesh.
Yeah.
And if being more melodic is what it takes. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, anyways, appreciate it, man. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Appreciate that.
All right, so let's get some drops from you, man. So just say your name and you're in the field with the Trackstar. If you want to put something in the middle, you can as well.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna tell them where to find me, man.
Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah. So you can find me on all the social medias. Instagram. It's Ty Brasel, TY_BRASEL, and that's the same thing on Twitter. Facebook is Ty, and then just space Brasel, and you'll find me. And I'm on YouTube. I just released a video yesterday for my song "Make a Toast." Make a toast to the King, just celebrating who God is, and so go check that out. And you're rocking with Ty Brasel, and you are in the field with Trackstarz.
That's it, man.
Good job.
Man.
Cool, brother.
Good stuff.
Hey, I'm gonna come through Atlanta soon for real. So I would love to connect with you, brother.
Let us know when you're coming, man.
Yeah, because I know a lot of times when y'all do shows, y'all just have people kind of doing commentary, right?
Talk about everything.